We start, though, by reflecting on what happened in the Premier League this weekend with, of course, Chelsea booking a place in the Champions League, but had nothing to do with them. They were rubbish. They lost against Aston Villa. Fortunately, Leicester City's home defeat against Spurs, meaning that Chelsea could just about crawl across the line for that fourth spot. As we welcome in to reflect on that, Casey Keller, Stevie, Nicol, Jan, Aage Fjortoft, and look at the camera, Casey, come on, and Don Hutchison with us as well. Don, what's going on at Chelsea?
Can't score goals. Tammy Abraham's their second top scorer on 6, and he's not even played for 3 or 4 months. He can't even make the matchday squad. I mean, it's a ridiculous scenario where Jorginho is their highest goal scorer on 7, and he takes penalties. So you can imagine what Thomas Tuchel's going to be doing in the summer, and that's definitely signing a striker.
Yeah, before we take a look at who he might sign, Stevie, you look at their 11, Werner, Pulisic, Mount. There should be enough in that front 3 alone, isn't there, to get goals?
Well, there's enough ability there that whenever any of them get hot, then they'll go on a streak maybe and score goals, just like Werner did at the start of the season. The problem is none of them are what we would term natural goal scorers or natural finishers. And that really is the only problem that Chelsea have, you know, in goal, defensively, in the middle of the park. You know, they do great things until it comes to putting the ball in the net, and it's absolutely hamstringing them. But as I said, it has to be a real finisher. And I can't think of a top-class finisher other than Aguero, who seems to be going elsewhere, that they could go and get. So it seems like they're going to have this problem for a wee while.
What about that young gentleman who is at Spurs at the moment, Steve, and has voiced somewhat of discontent at the club, and he'd like to go somewhere where he can win trophies?
Well, listen, if you want to talk about people they won't get, I could do that all day. You know, Ronaldo's maybe going to be available.
Why can't they get him, Stevie? Why not?
Well, I'm told that Tottenham and Chelsea won't even look at each other now, never mind talk to each other. So the relationship with behind the scenes. Now, the argument is, well, if you turn around and give them 150 million, then they'll take it. Are they going to do that? I don't think so.
I don't know, Jan. If you take a look at it, is there really big a difference? I know the rivalry, but selling him to City, selling him to Chelsea.
Looks like they are good friends after Tottenham giving Chelsea a Champions League position, by the way. I think that Harry Kane was clear that he wants to win titles, and then you will have to have a look around in England who can win your titles. And I will say that Chelsea is a part of that if they get that striker. I'm not so sure how big enemies they are. It seems that money can buy love sometimes, and I think that could happen. Harry Kane would have been a perfect striker, a perfect number 9 for Chelsea. Of course, they hope that Timo Werner could score more goals for them after scoring, I guess, 23 goals in the Bundesliga last season, but he hasn't produced. And you see that the big teams, to be in the top, you need a goal getter, and they have to get him. I don't think they will get a Haaland. I think it's much more likely that a Harry Kane can go that small road from Tottenham to Chelsea.
We talked about, obviously, Harry Kane to Manchester City a lot. Don, his sources, all this sort of malarkey. However, if you're Chelsea, you've got a bigger necessity when it comes to a striker than Manchester City have, don't you? So in that sense, do you push the boat out more?
You're far more motivated. And you know that the rest of the squad is taken care of. Yeah. You build it right up until the point in which you have to put the ball in the back of the net. Up until the point in which you need a guy that converts a half chance into a full chance into a goal. And who could that be? Oh, wait a minute. This is mind-blowing. It's Harry Kane. And so therefore, yes, not only are you far more motivated, but guess what? Spurs knows this as well. And so then the negotiation can be an open one in which you say, okay, this is our price, this is what we want, and Chelsea should be willing to, at the very least, put themselves in the conversation, regardless of what their relationship or lack thereof is behind the scenes. If there is a chance to get Harry Kane, you get after it right away.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN+.